For what feels like forever, the smartphone world has been, well, split right down the middle. You've got Team Apple over here, Team Android over there, and this massive digital wall separating them. But what if that wall is actually starting to crumble? Yeah, let's get into it. In the world of tech, some things just feel like, well, facts of life. Incompatible systems, features that only work for one team, but it looks like one of these fundamental rules is about to be completely broken. Yep, you heard that right. Apple's AirDrop, the super famous, exclusive, lightning-fast way to share files, is actually making the jump across that digital divide. And let me tell you, this is a massive deal. So to really get why this is such a big story, you kind of have to understand Apple's whole strategy. For more than a decade, they've built this thing people call a walled garden. It's this beautiful, closed-off ecosystem where everything just works perfectly, as long as you only own Apple stuff. This move? It's one of the biggest cracks in that wall we have ever seen. I mean, just think about it for a second. On one side, you had AirDrop, that super slick, easy way to zap photos and files between your iPhone and Mac. And on the other, Android had its own thing, QuickShare, which was also really, really good. Both were powerful, but here's the kicker. They just wouldn't talk to each other at all. So if your friend had a different phone, what happened? You were stuck sending a blurry video over text or digging through your email. It was just clunky. So how is this magic trick even possible? It's not some app you have to go download. Nope, it's built right into the tech itself. Let's take a quick look at what makes it all work. The secret sauce behind both AirDrop and QuickShare is something called peer-to-peer sharing. Basically, it means your phone connects directly to your friend's phone using a little combo of Bluetooth and Wi-Fi Direct. No internet needed. Seriously, you could be out in the middle of nowhere with 0 bars and still send a huge high-res photo in seconds. And, there's a really important privacy angle here too. When you share something through the cloud, your file goes from your phone up to a giant server somewhere and then back down to your friend's phone. With peer-to-peer, it's just a direct line. Your stuff never touches a central server, which is a huge win for privacy. Okay, so hold on. Before you grab your phone and try this out, there's a little bit of fine print we've got to go over. For now, and this is the key part, for now, this is only on Google's new Pixel devices. And you both have to go into your settings and turn on everyone for 10 minutes. So yeah, it's not totally wide open yet. But you know what this is? This is the classic foot in the door. The fact that this is even a thing, well, it's a pretty strong signal that it's going to spread to more Android devices down the line. And what's really cool is that this AirDrop news isn't just happening out of the blue. It's the latest, and maybe the biggest, domino to fall in a whole series of moves that are slowly but surely bringing these two worlds closer together. Just look at how this is played out. After all these years of being separate, 2024 has been a huge year for this stuff. First, iPhones finally got on board with the RCS messaging standard. Then Android phones got the ability to spot unwanted Apple AirTags. And now, this, direct file sharing. It feels like the bridge is being built right in front of us. And for anyone who doesn't know, RCS is a really big deal for your security. For years, when an iPhone texted an Android phone, it used this ancient, super insecure thing called SMS. Adopting RCS means those chats are now properly encrypted. They're just way, way safer from anyone trying to snoop. And of course, it means everyone gets the modern stuff we expect, right? Like sending high-quality photos, getting read receipts, and, yes, seeing that infamous little typing bubble. The whole green bubble, blue bubble war is finally calling a bit of a truce. That AirTag update was another absolutely critical step, and this one was all about personal safety. Now that Android phones can warn you if an unknown AirTag is moving with you, it closes a massive loophole that could have been used for secret tracking. This isn't just about convenience, it's a huge security upgrade for everybody. Okay, so we've covered the tech, we've covered the trends, but let's bring it back home. What does all of this actually mean for you in your everyday life? Why should you even care? Let's just break it all down, because these changes aren't just some tech news story you read online. They have a real positive impact on how you use that little device in your pocket every single day. Here's the bottom line. Your digital life is just getting easier and safer. You can finally send that big video file to your friend without having to ask, wait, what kind of phone do you have? Your private texts are now actually private, and you've got this extra layer of security protecting you from being tracked. These are real-world wins. When you get right down to it, every single one of these changes is a compromise from these giant tech companies, and every one of them is a huge win for us, the people who actually use this stuff. We're moving away from a world where we're forced to pick a side and into one where our devices just work together better, which, is probably how it should have been all along. And that kind of leaves us with one last really big question. Is this it? Is this the beginning of the end for that whole walled garden idea? Are we finally heading toward a future where our tech just works, no matter what logo is on the back? Well, only time will tell, but for the first time in a very long time, those walls are definitely starting to look a whole lot lower.